Welcome back to some professional StarCraft to a best-of-3 TVP. In a match that I will not hesitate to bring you every single time it happens, even if it's every other day. And it does seem to be with this man in the top left, grinding out the tournaments and still finding success. It's ByuN. Well known for his headstrong style, even if his head runs directly into a wall. Like the one in the top right. We have D-Mawa. It's Showtime. The wall. I am very interested to see how ByuN's drop-heavy, high-risk, and even higher reward style goes up against someone... You know, I'm going to pull back on this. As Showtime is kind of moved away from the predictable defensive style, because... At the current moment, in the current map pool, you don't want to be on the back foot as Protoss. You want to take the initiative and use that map control to keep control of the game. Because a couple medevacs, a Widow Mine drop, something like that, it makes things incredibly difficult, especially against someone who's not going to slip on the Marine micro. Though, Showtime not starting anything too spicy. This is from the AfreecaTV Champions Cup. And both these players, well, I think ByuN, the only outright Premier Tournament champion. Showtime always close. I would love to see Showtime win a major tournament, like, at any time, but... Showtime has been the source of pretty much every other game of the year. Like, Showtime is very good at losing dramatically. Even better than ByuN. Like, when ByuN loses, sometimes you're like, come on, ByuN. Wait, come on. It might be dramatic, it might be exciting, it might be a roller coaster. But he's the one who unbuckled his own seatbelt, okay? So, sometimes you reap what you sow. But on the other hand, Showtime is able to punch above his weight just because of his planning and his preparation, even if his speed is not quite that of, like, a ByuN, for example. Yep, more filler. Do we need more filler, Jimmy? Yeah, third CC, so here on Stargazers, that short air distance between the mains and the natural, always the sticking point, but Showtime opting for the Stargate. ByuN, it's just barracks. He's going to go 3, 2, 1, 1. No, wait, no. 3, and then it's just 3 barracks. He hasn't actually added anything else yet. He likes... You know what? You know what we like here? We like ByuN. And you know what ByuN likes? He likes Marines. So, was this just a poor segue into showing off my patches? He's got the patch. He's got the patch. And, of course, Crackhead. Rest in peace. But we like Marines. We like Micro. We like ByuN. We like StarCraft. And we like this video. So, in case we didn't get there in time. Alright, Oracle. There are enough Marines to ward it away. As in fact, well, that's all ByuN has. But 5 Marines are enough to kill an Oracle reliably. And Showtime not going to take the risk. Adepts, find the Reaper. How much did he see? Alright, he saw the third CC. That's enough. Like, he saw the third CC and like 8 Marines. He chases down the Reaper with the Adept Shades. And that's first blood. At a surprisingly late time here. But, yeah, Showtime takes his third at the back pocket. ByuN, will he be punished for his unbridled greed? I doubt it. Showtime, a battery in the front. He expects a stim timing, and he is correct about it. There is no way for ByuN to do anything. There's always an asterisk here, but there's no way for ByuN to do anything but attack the front. Unless he's going to do some sort of, like, mule drop mineral wall mine out, which I doubt it. Well, Showtime gets the tag. He knows the map is dark and full of Terrans. And now he knows exactly where those Terrans are. Which is half the battle at least. He's got some sentries back at home. He's got a robotics bay on the way. He's got Phoenixes in production. Oracles come in, get 2 kills. ByuN moving out, knowing at the very least he put some pressure on. It's a little risky. It's a medium risky here. A medium rare risk. It doesn't really work, but because if Showtime was going for a big blink timing, which the Reaper kind of indicated what was going on. If he had a big gateway swell behind this, but he finds the Observer. Now the Oracle is going to come back in to get that vision. He goes slightly. He's just sticking around. Like if he sticks around too long, Showtime will come out and get him. ByuN is well known for sticking around maybe a few seconds too long. Gets a tag. Continuing to work for the watchtower here. There are finally medevacs on the way for ByuN. Oh, come on. No, it's a cliche. ByuN picks up and he heads for the main. The watchtower is not taken, but Showtime understands where the vulnerabilities lie. He's got some stasis on the way. ByuN is going to try. He loses it. Wow, actually gets 3 Marauders frozen. And that might be enough. Well, without that many units left over at the front. Oh, come on. You fell for the bait and switch. I can't believe this worked. And I guess work might have been a bit strong. But ByuN actually manages to get some damage without getting slapped down. Loses the medevacs, keeps a lot of Marines alive. It isn't an overwhelming defeat, is the key point here. Despite Showtime realizing exactly what was happening, it is not a decisive defeat for him. So overall, ByuN maintains a solid worker count. He can easily replace all the units he lost. The key part here is Showtime is kind of building... A Protoss army is a little bit more like building a PC. You need all the pieces together or it just doesn't work. You need your splash damage. You need your Guardian Shield. You need something in front to make sure the Colossi don't get knocked down. You need something as an alternative in case you get EMP'd. Whereas the Bio Army, you're just kind of throwing darts at the board and seeing if you can hit something important. When you run out of darts, well, that's when things get troublesome. But ByuN has a tendency to always have more. 152 to 130 supply. The Phoenix is a great choice, but we don't mind. Seconds before the armory completes, he's able to pick up the mine, and that will let him know that 2-2 hasn't started yet. Showtime realizing he will probably have an upgrade advantage as time goes on. Bio Army working towards the 4th. The 3 Adepts. Adepts kind of past their expiration date at this stage. Not particularly great. Not enough range to deal with the Bio Army. And... oh, go. Wow, 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 wow. Speaking of range. Oh, no. He jumps in. But wait. The shield battery saves the day. Disruptor comes in. ByuN just dives and gets 2 Colossi and a Ruptor. Widowmine helps out. He does lose pretty much the entire Bio Army. Because, of course he does. But what did it cost him? It was Marines and Marauders, and he sent a couple medevacs up north to draw the Phoenixes away, and more importantly, Showtime's attention. And those important pieces of this whole Protoss puzzle dismantled. And ByuN is able to stay on this Bio Army instead of going to like maybe a Liberator, ultra late game. EMP knocks out the shields and energy of 2/3, you know what, all but 2 Phoenixes. And he has 9 Phoenixes right now. Ooh. ByuN playing the fast and loose style. He is on the clock. Showtime is building up the upgrades. He hasn't really lost any of his economy. How many robos? 2 robos. Only 5 gateways. Only 5 gateways is a bit on the low side here. ByuN picks up with what? Yeah, 5 medevacs. Oh my god. He's a madman. A scan, watching for the army. Now there are spotter pylons, couple stargates in the main for Showtime. Suspecting we're going to go to the late game, but ByuN is not done yet. He boosts in. Showtime going to have to put together a strong... You need that. He turns around. Oh. Phoenix is trying to box out north. He gets rid of the spotter pylons. It's got to be so stressful. Oh my god. It's like a bear knocking on the windows of your car. All right? It can't get in, you hope. Well, I mean, if you have strong enough windows. The analogy doesn't really hold up, but... ByuN finds another fight. There's just a casual adept on hold position, spotting everything. Disruptor's trying to zone out, but another EMP gets a couple sentries. Phoenix is on the left flank, but Showtime's a little thin here on the defense. Shield battery overcharge. Picking what up whatever he can, including some of the ghosts here. A bio army thinned out. The medevac still intact as the only survivors. The lack of anti-air. The Phoenix is on the other side of the fight. The rest of the units, all but one Marauder goes down. ByuN, despite getting thrown back on every front, is ahead by 15-16 supply because he's maintaining the initiative. Showtime can't replenish that ground army very easily. He doesn't have that many gateways. He's going for Phoenix range. You rarely see it, but you love to, because what a great choice in this scenario. The Phoenixes are the most reliable unit he has, even if they get EMP'd, and there they do. Gonna take out some of these medevacs. He needs to try to pick a fight where the Phoenixes are able to take down the medevacs. Shields are gone, energy's gone, but getting rid of the starport units is key. And I love what Showtime did. Showtime got the fleet beacon, expecting this to be like a transition into Liberators or maybe even Vikings. And now he realizes ByuN's still on this Bioball army. Instead of just ignoring the fleet beacon, he's going to complement his Phoenixes. He's got +2 air. Those pulse crystals are about to complete. So Showtime, while he's continually on defense, once again, if you're nicknamed the Wall, it's not for your relentless aggression. ByuN is getting close. As Showtime gets closer to 200 supply is when things get more concerning. He's got the EMPs. He's got the ghosts. He's got the upgrades. 3-3 is on the way. But the closer Showtime gets to maxing out, the harder it's going to be to actually pick a fight. Showtime's army is expensive. It is hard to replace. But ByuN's dies really easily. The Disruptor's trying to prove my point. ByuN proving otherwise. The splits are good. Some of the Phoenixes getting shaved off. And the Bio Army, the Arc is good. Is shield battery overcharge off cooldown? Indeed it is, but there is no shield battery to use. A single Disruptor knocks out the front of the attack. On the other side, the medevacs are gone. Pulse crystals serving their purpose, and every medevac is cleared off the field. He's down to 2, the ones that just popped out. Showtime holds. And this time, those are... Starport units cannot be replaced. Not nearly like Marines and Marauders. Don't tell them that. And Showtime gonna add carriers in. If ByuN is not gonna drag us into the... Oh no, the Disruptors! Oh, he got a little too far forward. He got a little lazy with his units. Wow, what a save with that Ghost. And looking for the Archon, but 4 Disruptors go down for minimal EMP and Widowmine. The combination doing a lot of damage. More EMPs. The Archon softened up, takes it down. Phoenix is on the chase. ByuN not giving it up yet. He's still working with the Bioball. More EMPs. You have to be careful. You have to look twice before you put your foot down or glide your Disruptors in. Because a single second looking the wrong way, he sent... So what happened was there was a Widowmine. That's how ByuN knew. There was a Widowmine blocking this base, and he didn't have detection yet, so he sent his Disruptors down. He's like, all right, I'll deal with the Widowmine. Deals with the Widowmine. Oh, surprise! 4 medevacs of units. Oh, wait, that's up north. ByuN is waiting right outside your door. It's like a horror movie. Like a very B- horror movie where the villain is sitting right next to your door. So when you look outside, you look to the left and on the right, here he is with a knife and an EMP. One of those is much more dangerous. It's not the knife. Meanwhile, the Ghost, EMP on most of the Phoenixes, trying not to EMP his own medevacs or his own Ghost. So that's kind of an interesting scenario. Kills the cannon. ByuN here. Massive fight. Massive disruptor. Carriers throw him back. But guess what? ByuN's doing damage to the north. 12 probes down. Showtime has had enough. He's on the chase. Archons. Well, actually, this army hasn't been... No, the Stalkers are not enough. Another EMP. The Ghosts are not dead. Okay, well, then now they are. Showtime halts. ByuN once again makes it a lot closer than it seemed. With an army of disruptors and carriers and colossi and archons and everything else your Diamond League Terran friends are convinced is the reason they aren't masters, ByuN still is able to find damage and maintain a supply lead. Showtime, for the first time, will now be moving across the map with anything more than a few Stargate units. Will ByuN be able to hold? There are carriers on the back. The Pulse Crystal Phoenixes. Oh, Widowmines, though. And the Phoenix is getting a little lazy. He's going to lose 2-3. Loses a Ruptor. Saves it in the Prism. But the Prism itself is potentially vulnerable. The carriers looking for damage. Where are the medevacs? More reinforcing medevacs on the way. EMP lands. And ByuN's reinforcements are far too much. Oh, God, the Phoenix is coming in. Another beautiful EMP and another one. They just keep landing. Hard to dodge, but... he's adding in 4 Ghosts at a time. ByuN picks up, and he heads, wherever he wants. There's a Widowmine over here. Showtime at 170 supply. Showtime is the best punching bag in StarCraft 2. Alright, he's a tough one. This probe very unhappy. God. ByuN has this entire half of the map. Air weapons level 3 is done. It's carriers. The choice is carriers here, but I'm not convinced the carriers are going to be able to deal with the Ghost. EMP. Archons evaporate. Beautiful dodge. Showtime can't hit anything. More EMPs. Another. Hits like 1 Marine with the Ruptor. The Zealots are running back, but the Stalkers are keeping them from retreating. Shield battery overcharge isn't going to cut it. There's a Widowmine. Hits the Observer. No more detection. The army will be cut down. And yes, ByuN will be pushed back. But we got to ask the question, at what cost? How many more units have been lost? Showtime has lost 2,000 less minerals and 1,500 less gas. But guess what? The base, another bio army. Oh, he cancels the warping. There's another pylon. No anti-air. Has to chase down the medevacs. There's almost nothing left to hit. Doubles back. Gives him the pump fake there. Oh no, a Warp Prism was left behind. One of the most important units now destroyed as Showtime comes to clean up another bio army. ByuN picks up. He's heading towards the opposite side yet again. A few Zealots out there. Showtime, it's exhausting just trying to follow Showtime, who's just trying to follow ByuN. What is it? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? It keeps feeling like Showtime has that death ball. But it just loses momentum by the time it gets across the map. That the army is 12 Ghosts, 13 Widowmines. He's got like 30 supply of bio otherwise. He's got more Ghosts than Marauders now. EMP, 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 EMP. There's also some Interceptors, but they're trickling out. Disruptor targeted. Another Disruptor. Oh God, it was so close, but yet so incredibly far. The Interceptors fighting the Minecraft player. EMP. More Phoenixes coming in. EMP. Oh, that Widowmine actually got dragged into the Bioary, but guess what? There's a drop at the back. A single medevac, the Marines, 12 probes, 14 probes. It's a disaster for Showtime. Oh, God, and it gets out. Does he even have? He doesn't even have rapid reignition thrusters. 21 probes go down. The Widow Mines. Oh, my. The carriers, the thing about the carriers, they're a rich man's unit. Each of those interceptors costing you 15 minerals apiece. On top of the fact, it is hard to get them all on the field without them being cut down. EMP does hit interceptors. They have 40 HP and 40 shields, so it makes them about as squishy as a Zergling once it lands. And of course, Widow Mines one-shot them as well. Disruptor shots, not enough. 1, 2, 3 targeted. Couple of Archons. Is there more EMP? Not quite. Another shot coming in. SCV's looking for the flank. As ByuN had 85 of them. That was far too many. He's running out of bases to mine from, so if Showtime can hold like another 12 minutes like this. Yeah, don't laugh. Overall, Showtime has been more cost-effective, but he's also mined 10,000 less minerals. He's lost 3,000 less, but that's quite a gap. Oh my god. The disruptors will split and knock out the mines, but the Widow Mines almost look like creep spread now. As ByuN is just working his way across the map. He's thrown some Vikings into the mix. He has +3 ship weapons. Showtime. There was a moment where he first reached 200 supply, but ByuN commit, he just seems to know exactly how to divide and conquer. He always finds just enough. Like, sometimes he'll send out 1 medevac, sometimes he'll send out 5. But whatever number he picks seems to be the right one. Disruptors trying to deal with the mines will successfully cut down on them. The army is 17 ghosts. Yeah, need I say more? Well, here we are. The ghost. Oh my god, the interceptors, but a dream. They're dead before they almost come out of the carriers. EMP across the board. That's an optimistic disruptor hit. ByuN disrespect. Oh, by the way, a medevac. Oh my god, and the Marines are not... They're too much, and he's gonna kill more probes. Showtime's down to like 30... Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. Showtime is... There's not that many mineral patches left, but there's even less probes. Relatively. So... ByuN is now taking the gold. He's asserted himself on the map and has never lost a grip on it. Sensor towers covering the entire, like, the carriers are kind of a timing unit against Terran. At some point, they just stop finding real value. Though if you can isolate a small group of units, of course, they're not bad at all. Disruptors leading the charge. EMP. EMP. Oh my god, he's just building turrets. That's one way to use your mineral lead. Beautiful split. Still loses some Marauders. He doesn't even have the turret upgrade. He's just building turrets out there. Getting some Liberators. EMP. Archons evaporate. The observers are detected. The Vikings are fighting. The interceptors are gone. The minerals are gone. Showtime, his supply is nearing double digits, and not in a good way. GG. ByuN grinds him down and knocks him out. Oh god. Just a tide. Endless. How many Marines and Marauders? He lost 230 Marines. He lost 38 medevacs, 105 Marauders, 49 ghosts. But while he lost 3,000 more minerals and gas, he mined 15,000 more and 4,000 more gas. ByuN. Oh my god. Well, now we go to game 2. That was... Yep. That was ByuN. ByuN looking like a world champion form right now. The only times I've seen him lose convincingly is to Terran lately. He is not a very patient TVTer, believe it or not. But no other Terrans here. His greatest Terran enemy is indeed himself. We're on Moondance. It looked like Showtime was outclassed in that last game. I don't know. Like, there were just a few tiny details. It's not like Showtime made big mistakes at any point. I don't think there was ever an opportunity he missed. I don't think there was ever an attack that he kind of, or a defense that he blundered. It's just ByuN kept taking little advantages on almost every single fight, and they started really adding up by the end. Those are both the best. That's what we're... I do hope... I gotta preface this, because it sounds mean otherwise. I do hope Showtime can break out of that... not mindset, but that best loser zone. There's definitely better ways to phrase that, but... The games he plays against these, like, very top-tier players are so good, but he usually loses. He really puts up a great fight, but can never really find a killing blow in return. It reminds me of the game Showtime against Cyril, where Showtime put up such a good defense, it wasn't until Cyril neural parasited some of his units that the tide turned. It was on that last map, Stargazers. As well, I should go and watch that. It's worth a watch, I think. Oh, I did spoil it, but... He just won't die. Moondance is another of the more defense-oriented maps. You do have essentially 2.5 up to 3 bases. Easily accessible. Is that an NG bay? Is he rushing? Oh god. What is this ByuN? He's doing a +1 marine timing? I guess you want the NG bay to potentially... Does he think it's a proxy Stargate? Maybe? No, that's for upgrades. Yeah, you don't get the NG bay that early, even if they proxy Starlord. Okay. ByuN's like, you know what I really liked? Marines. So let's focus on that. It's like, but that's been what you've been doing for like 12 years, ByuN. And I failed to see your point. Different doesn't always mean good. Sucks to be you, Protoss, who had to relearn how to play the game like 5 times just in Legacy of the Void. Alright? The only patch change that affected Marines and Legacy of the Void is Stimpack got slightly quicker. Which, only made these builds slightly stronger, so... You might be like, well, what changed? Well, the Oracle's gone through like 3 mutations. Mothership cores used to exist. Stalkers have had their weapon speed changed. We've gone through a few blink timing changes. Did I mention the Oracle got changed like 4 times? Glaive to depths. Shield batteries existing. There's been a few. Well, alright, he noticed. Surprised he didn't flip around and slap a revelation on him, though. Probably not a revelation that ByuN is making Marines. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to waste the energy. You know what? I'm dumb. I'm the dumb one. Yeah, he's not using the energy because stasis. Otherwise, he wouldn't reliably have the energy for it. Yeah, like ByuN has to know. There has to be a reason he didn't use Revelation. It's almost a tell, just right there. He's trying to hide it with his own units. Is it gonna work? Yeah, ByuN's super sus. Like he's. A turret in kind of an odd location doesn't really... Well, Stim is done. I think he'll notice +1 attack as well. I don't... Like, he's gonna lose these Marines. Guardian Shield. Trying to get targeted. Gets a couple sentries. Yeah, he doesn't make it cheap. Wow. +1 Marine. Definitely a bit of an odd situation. You're not used to the Marines doing quite that much damage this early. It's a weird interaction. Even with Guardian Shield, like it's still a +1, so. Showtime leaning on the Colossus Phoenix yet again. I don't think that the Colossus Phoenix was necessarily an issue. It was the lack of anything to really put a limit on ByuN. He never got any warp prisms across the map. He never got any zealot counterattacks. No blink DTs. Not even the Phoenixes really had an opportunity to do any economic damage. There was just nothing to stop ByuN from laser focusing on aggression. You need to get something out there against someone like ByuN. Otherwise, like, Terran units are just more microable. That's their whole deal. You don't micro, they're all gonna die in a couple swipes of the Colossi. You do micro, and suddenly you've killed probes in 3 different bases while EMPing the front. Well, Revelation spots the whole ball of units. There's a couple Marauders in there as well. I do like how he didn't go for the Reaper wall. That will help out. Picks up and saves some of those Marines. ByuN's been doing all this off 2 bases, by the way. Though he does have 55 SCVs, so this is not so all-in as a delayed thing. 55 SCVs is far too much for 2 bases, so... oh my god. I think ByuN is intentionally walling the back to kind of quarantine against charge lots. Because such a common strat for both Terran and Protoss is dropping that back base. Looks like ByuN's just going to ignore it and its limited minerals and gas and go and think forward. And that makes sense, as you can't warp in units as Terran, much to your dismay. It's not like Raynor in co-op, although that would be cool. You usually, and especially with ByuN, you usually want to be working towards your opponent. You want to go from defense to offense, and vice versa, as quick as possible, as there is no recall, no snap defense. Observer, spotting. Very, very tough to see that angle. The Adepts actually keep it busy for even a half second here. Like, the Adept is getting damaged. Now, and also Showtime knows where the main army is. There's the scan. Is he gonna go? No, not quite yet. And with no ghosts, yeah, immediately a ghost starts. And in fact, there's one right there. Does he have shockwaves? No. He doesn't have that EMP radius, which is somewhere between here and the entire map. Give or take, it averages out. The Revelation spots everything. Showtime. He's got the army. There's 3 ghosts here. ByuN threatening a drop into the main right now. That's why he's moving into this position. He's just looking... He wants Showtime to overcommit to one angle, and then he'll pounce on the other one. And if he undercommits to any angle, well then, same thing. So... That, I actually just said the same thing twice, but it sounded fancier when I said it in 2 different ways. Well, the drop into the main. There's only the Phoenixes here for now, but there's the charge lock counter. Will this make all the difference? Some EMPs in the main. Gets many, but not all of the Phoenixes. Shield battery overcharge, keeping him busy. Charge lots in the third, slicing through SCVs. There's the counter damage we needed. And there's really no anti-air in the main. He's picking up and isolating the units. He's quarantining his main. 9 SCVs go down. And now ByuN's attack. He doesn't even really have reliable high ground vision. He's in full retreat. 6 charge lots have undercut this entire attack. The few survivors in the main will be executed via a very dramatic... How many? He has 14 Phoenixes. And back in the main, here comes Showtime. Even more charge lots. 20 SCVs down. And the Achilles heel of ByuN. Oh, his tanks. His tanks are caught. He's probably going to split off. He gets one tank here, but the swipes are good. The main base is falling. The War Prism is still intact, and ByuN is scrambling back with his entire army. Oh, he stims again, but there's not even any Medivacs here. He picks up, but without any Vikings. Those charge lots have kept ByuN busy. He's dragged the army back, and Showtime during all this has maintained his economy, he's maintained his production, and now he maintains a 30 supply lead. Where did that prism go? Showtime, why did you lose the prism? No, it looked like he kind of just flew into the army here. That may have been a select all army. Whoa, that's not ideal. The prism just existing was helping a lot. But here's ByuN. He doesn't have an armory. He's locked into 1-1 upgrades. He's... Oh, the Disruptor, not gonna risk a shot. Gonna zone out. ByuN is on a limited time. He doesn't... This is an ideal scenario for Showtime. He knows that ByuN's economy is mediocre. His upgrades are not very good. He can buy all the time in the world. He picks his fight. Here come the Phoenixes, still with energy. Picks up all the tanks and will knock them down. The Disruptor's holding their shots. Gets the Ghost. Direct hit. And down he goes. It all crumbles after the charge lots. Showtime wipes the field, holds the line, and knocks him out to tie it up 1-1. There you go. Now, the thing is, on Stargazers, it is hard to get even that charge lot opportunity. And, well, now we know what to look for. You can't let ByuN focus on micro, okay? Whatever you can do to make him look away it's not important. It's required. Okay, it is a prerequisite to winning a fight. Well, Game 3. Like, subscribe. I hope you guys are enjoying the commentary and the games. Showtime. I'm going to credit Showtime. Once again, Showtime putting on a great series. ByuN is also here. Game 3. Data C. I do love being proven right. I didn't expect a single charge lot warp-in to work that well, but it was partially ByuN's commitment to the forward base. Because he was so committed to going forward, and he didn't really have the opportunity to shut down the prism before it started. He kind of accepted that that base would be vulnerable, and the trade-off was he can attack more easily. But that risk did not pay off for ByuN. And the reward is Showtime getting a game. I don't know. It still felt like ByuN was keeping the pressure on. I don't think Showtime will be able to replicate quite that experience. But he really is loving the Phoenixes, even though they're so vulnerable to ghosts. Both games, he's gone for double-digit Phoenixes. This is a strategy that kind of phases in and out. But even just for the anti-air, not for the lifts. The Phoenixes are one of the only reliable ways to deal with drops. They're also very fragile, especially when EMP is on the board, so... ByuN is like, you know what? We tried Marines, it worked. We tried Marines, didn't work as well. But have we tried? Now stick with me. Marines. So, it looks like this game, it's gonna be Marines. Barracks 2, Engineering Bay. Showtime with a Stargate. I mean, Showtime opting for the Stargate yet again, so... if we're gonna make fun of ByuN for his Marine strategy. Thing is, going for the low-tech strategies is usually more easily countered than something like the Oracle. That's the reason why 111. In fact, I want to point this out as well. We've seen Maru, we've seen Big Gabe, we've seen Clem, all going for the 2-gas opener against Protoss lately. That's what Maru's been using to get early factory units and make sure he has access to mines and maybe even Hellions. ByuN, on the other hand, is going the other direction. He's like, no, you nerds don't know what's up, okay? Leave the mech units to the Protoss. I make Marines. As he seems to be tripling down on the multi-rack strats. Oracle's out. Gonna be very important for this Oracle to see what's going on. I think the Adept has already given him enough information. He's seen the Marine count. But this will confirm. Oh my god, he's just going 3 ready. Come, ByuN. Okay, yeah, okay, fine. Just do it. He's just gonna do it again. Like, I'm not sure. I think he had the 3rd racks at the end of the last one, but well, I love this. He's gonna have an adept counter. Showtime is adapting. This map, you have a ramp up to your natural, which is a huge deal against someone who doesn't have any high ground vision. 4 adepts. ByuN has to turn around. Will Showtime recall once he sees the Marines coming back? Oh, this is beautifully done by Showtime. The Oracle sees half the Marines going. You know, 6 SCVs, 7. He's gonna get none adepts out. But that severely undercuts ByuN. That is... Oh, and the Guardian Shield, the Stim, the Immortal. Don't... No, those are ByuN Marines. Yeah. Ooh. Showtime... I love the idea. But... I do think we may have stretched a little thin there. Like, the idea was very good. But losing 4 Adepts, an Oracle, and a Sentry for a few SCVs and Marines. Ooh. Well, is the barrier? The barrier's up. Oh, he doesn't care about your silly shield better. He's just gonna switch targets. Gets us. Well, actually missed. He mistargeted for a split second. Oh, going for the pylon. Actually, just going for the Adepts. ByuN is. Well, here we are. All right. Oh, come on. No, don't. Okay. No, just let him go. Let him go home. Wait, what is he hitting now? There's a probe? How does he keep finding things to shoot at? Okay. Well, that was definitely a good trade. All other things even, that was good for ByuN. But all other things are not even. Showtime now has a 3rd. He got his Robo-Bay behind it. He's building Phoenixes. He kept his Sentries alive, and they are building energy. I would say it got dicey, but Showtime comes out ahead. But of course, one thing to consider. ByuN has 2 medevacs, and he has a non-zero amount of units to put in those medevacs. So here we go. Showtime with the preemptive spotter pylons. Which, you know... No. Get out of here. Get out. Get out. Is what I'm sure Showtime would say if he didn't seem like the most composed player in all of StarCraft 2. That's enough! I've had enough with these micro-loving medevacs in my macro-loving main, says Showtime. So, here we are. Just completely slaps down the double medevac drop. And now there's Colossi out. ByuN has to restart starport unit production, which started very late because he went for the triple racks. This might very well be ByuN breaking through the first wall in Game 1, and then repeatedly running into the next two. As Game 2, he tried another timing. Showtime adapted. Game 3, Showtime has not only adapted, he's tailored his defense specifically for ByuN's build. It's no longer just a generally safe play. He is shutting it down. He's got the spotter pylon. He's got like 3 spotter pylons. He's got Phoenixes patrolling. He's got 3 Colossi out. Okay. So ByuN must adapt or die. It's no longer like he's just not going to have the army anymore. He's going to need more than Marine Marauder. Well, and that also includes Combat Shield. But he is getting Combat Shield. It's a bit late, but... Showtime is not. He's not screwing around. God. How many? Is he still on 1 robo? Yes. No. Don't. No. Where are you going? Why does this stuff always happen? How does ByuN... Okay. Jeez, a scouting Colossus. That was... I think he meant to send a Zealot, but the Colossus tagged along for the ride with the box select. Ugh. He catches it in time. You know what ByuN's thinking. You know what he's thinking. He takes out the pylons. He actually took out the observer as well. You know what he's thinking. Don't do it. He has the high ground. Oh, he wants to so badly. Oh my god. I feel like ByuN's like actively holding his wrist, which is already painful. Oh, he wants to drop the main so goddamn badly. There it goes on the field. Showtime has expanded entirely to the northern line here. He's left a lot of space open. But he's the maximum distance from ByuN. The stim. He's got to be careful of the EMP. Shield battery overcharge could be very helpful, but here come the Colossi. Here come the Phoenixes. EMP, but he already got so many lifts off. He had so much energy. The charge lots are collapsing. The Bio Army in full retreat, but taking its pounds of Protoss flesh as well. The Phoenix is chasing down the medevacs. The stutter step is good. +2 attack just now finishing. ByuN gonna use that to turn the tides. And Showtime overstayed. The army was shaving off so many charge lots. It got so many Phoenixes. 25 charge lots have gone down. Oh. Wow, it's only 3 Phoenix. It felt like a lot more, but the numbers don't lie. It was only 3, surprisingly. Oh, he even kills the critters. ByuN bloodthirsty right now. Showtime out there. He's down 3 upgrades, though his armor's about to complete, and so is his +1. Okay. Disruptor deals with the first mines. Phoenixes do not have range. He doesn't have a fleet beacon. ByuN somehow has shaved down enough of the meat. And now he's looking at just the key units here, which can be isolated and killed. The Colossi are not the most tanky units. Not even Archons. Oh god. ByuN picks up with 4 medevacs. I think he saw it. Oh, he saw it. Or he feels it. He has to know. Right? Like, that army's way too small. Showtime. Showtime. Oh, where did it go? Oh, you know where it is, though. It's already too late. Will he EMP the Nexus? If he EMPs the Nexus, that's no recall, and he's gonna need a recall. He's trying to split his units back. An EMP at the front. ByuN found the drop in the main. He was patient. He waited for his moment. And this might be it. A whole bunch of charge lots. EMP across everything. Is the bio ball strong enough? The charge lots trying to get involved, but the Phoenix is getting shot down as they get close. And the bio army is grinding through the zealots. He's gonna get the forge. His upgrades are gonna be denied. And now ByuN is looking at 3-3, while Showtime is stuck on +2/+1 in the Stone Ages right now. When it comes to those basic unit upgrades, he has some of the most expensive units on the field, but ByuN's basic bio is breaking through. Where are you going? Where are you going? Stop doing that. Don't do that. What are you doing? Oh my, he picks up and he goes to the main with the rest of his medevacs. He's not done. More EMPs. The Phoenixes can't fight. They will die. The charge lots are gone. He's breaking his way. He's found a beachhead. The Colossi are coming from the wrong direction. He could just drop on them at this point. The bio army, another one to the north. More bits and pieces being blasted apart in Showtime. Oh no. ByuN. He held. You could see he was chomping at the bit. He kept like caressing the boost button on his medevacs. But he had to keep telling himself, not yet, not yet. And then eventually it was time. And no matter how much Showtime prepared, the unstoppable tide washes over him. God. Oh, Showtime was doing so well, too. Oh, no. Oh. A tough match. Well, ByuN was the better player today, but as always, Showtime made it as dramatic and exciting as possible. So thank you, Showtime. And AfreecaTV and Team Alpha X. Thank you for watching. I hope I made your day a little bit better. Check out this video as well. It's probably Showtime losing dramatically again. Spoilers. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Stay chill.